back to phase 3 of our knee program here. So we're going to start off today with an exercise that's going to look eerily similar to how we finished off last week. So last week we finished with our side-lying clams. All right, today we're going to get into side-lying hip abduction. All right, so similar to last week how we wanted to get into this position here where our hips are closed off. We're not going to let those hips open up to the sky or anything like that. We're going to close those hips off. We're going to stack our feet on top of each other. And is what we want to make sure when we do this exercise is that our ankle is in line with our knee. All right, so we don't want to bend of the knee. Our knee is in line with our hip. Okay, so we don't want that hip or that knee to drift forward when we raise our leg. And that our hip is in line with our shoulder. All right, so again, we don't want that leg to drift forward. So from here is what we're going to do is I'm going to just support my head here, just kind of make a little fist pillow down onto our pad here. I'm going to raise my leg up, keeping it nice and straight. Again, not allowing this leg to drift forward or too far back. All right, it's going to be straight up. And again, I'm going to feel this burn start to occur in my glutes, the outside part of the hip. All right. If you do start to feel this burn down the front side of your leg, what you have allowed to happen is this opening of the hip, or you're letting your leg drift forward upon the raise. All right? So that leg should go straight out to the side, if not back a little bit. And we're trying to raise just to our full end range of motion. There's no need to kick it all the way up here. You're going to start to feel that burn, and you're going to know that range of motion that you can work in here. All right, I'm getting it just beyond, parallel with the rest of my body. We're going to go ahead and complete 10 to 15 repetitions here. And again, another exercise where you can complete on both sides. All right, our next exercise here we're going to get into very similar. So we did our sideline hip abduction. Now we're going to get into standing hip abduction. So it's going to be very, very similar. Because what we're trying to do here is we're going to try and keep a nice straight up and down spine as we take our leg out to the side. Now, a pretty crucial kind of setup here is what I want you to do is I want you to set your feet up. They're going to start right in line with each other. Whatever leg you're going to be kicking. So I'm going to use my right side here. All right. I'm going to take my right foot back so that my big toe is in line with the middle of my left foot. From there, I'll keep my hands on the chair, and I'm going to take this leg directly out to the side. All right? This is, again, an exercise that you should complete on both sides, because when I am kicking here, although I am working this leg, I'm also stabilizing on the opposite leg. All right? So you should work both legs here. Again, when I'm kicking out to the side, I've got my feet slightly staggered. I'm up nice and tall, and I'm coming out to the side. I'm going to complete 15 repetitions here on this exercise. It should feel a little bit easier than the last one that we just completed. All right? What you want to avoid is kicking this leg up super high so that you start to lose this straight up and down spine, okay? There's absolutely no need for you to start kicking way out to the side, all right? Slow and controlled movement, completing the 15 repetitions here. All right, bit of a tricky exercise here that we're going to get into next. I'm going to use my foam pad here. You can use something that's a little bit more stable, so a pillow's not actually going to work here. My foam pad's pretty dense, so I can get away with using it. But what we're going to get into is what's called a hip hike. All right? So oftentimes when this exercise first comes about, individuals, the one thing that they want to do is they're going to come onto this pad here and they're going to bend their knee and they're going to try and raise themselves up like so. All right? So what we're trying to do is we're trying to keep this leg straight. All right? The leg that is on the elevated surface, you're going to keep that leg nice and straight. You're going to try and pull your hips up so your opposite foot comes in line or just above the platform that you're standing on. All right? You might need a little bit of support out in front, so you can use a chair or a railing directly out in front of you. But I'm going to show you what it looks like from the back as well. This is one that we can complete on both sides. Complete 10 to 15 repetitions. It may be one that you have to get used to, so completing 10 to start is okay. I'll keep my hands on my hips. Again, whatever leg is on the platform is straight. And I'm trying to raise my hip up, which in turn brings the foot off of the ground, but I'm keeping both legs straight the entire time. Again, you're going to start to feel this exercise right here in the glute, that outside part of the glute, or into the outer portion of the hip. That'll wrap up phase number 3. We'll finish up with phase 4 next week.